Welcome back to the course. Now in this lecture we're going to be talking about your two most important colored pencils, which are going to be your black and white pencils. Now when I say they're your two most important colored pencils, that doesn't necessarily mean we'll be using them the most. Think of them like salt and pepper. Salt and pepper is used in almost every great recipe, but a little bit of salt and pepper can go a long way, and if you use too much, it can ruin the dish. The same thing applies with your black and white colored pencil. A little bit of highlight and shadow can go a long way. And if you use too much, it can actually make your art look unrealistic and distract you from the actual picture. Now, let's say you're drawing something like a polar bear or a killer whale. Of course you're going to use your black and white colored pencil for more than just shadows and highlights. So, what is it that gives these two colored pencils so much control and power over your drawings? Well, basically, what these two pencils will be doing for you is creating shadows and highlights. And what those are is, highlights is where the light is hitting the surface of your object the most, and shadows is where no light is hitting it, where it's going to be darker. And what your highlights and shadows are going to do is make your drawing look more realistic by giving it form and depth. But very rarely will you ever put down pure black or white for a shadow or highlight. You will occasionally, but we're mostly going to be blending them with other colors to make them lighter and look like shadows and highlights in those colors. You're going to learn how to blend colors in the next section, but for now we're going to dive a little deeper into highlights and shadows. In the next lecture, we're going to create some water droplets with just a black and white colored pencil to show you that you can create art with just highlights and shadows. Now that you have a basic understanding of highlights and shadows, let's go ahead and get your hands a little dirty and create some awesome realistic looking water droplets.